Amazon Relational Database Service Features. Availability and durability. Amazon RDS also offer features to enhance availability and durability for your production workloads. Turned on by default, the automated backup feature of Amazon RDS will back up your databases and transaction logs, and saves them securely in Amazon S3 for a user-specified retention period. Your automatic backup retention period can be configured to up to 35 days. Automated backups enables point-in-time recovery for your database instance. It allows you to restore your database instance to any second during your retention period, up to the last 5 minutes. Database snapshots are user-initiated backups of your instance, stored in Amazon S3, that are kept until you explicitly delete them. You can create a new instance from a database snapshots whenever you desire. Although database snapshots serve operationally as full backups, you are billed only for incremental storage use. Amazon RDS will automatically replace the compute instance powering your deployment in the event of a hardware failure. Amazon RDS multi-AZ deployments provide enhanced availability and durability for database instances, making them a natural fit for production database workloads. When you provision a multi-AZ DB instance, Amazon RDS automatically creates a primary DB instance and synchronously replicates the data to a standby DB instance in a different availability zone, in the same or a different region. In case of an infrastructure failure, Amazon RDS performs an automatic failover to the standby. The standby DB instance is promoted to become the primary DB instance. Data is replicated back to a new standby DB instance to retain high availability. Since the endpoint for your DB instance remains the same after a failover, your application can resume database operations as soon as the failover is complete. No manual administrative intervention is needed. Amazon Relational Database Service Features. Lower administrative burden and performance. First, let's start with the features that help you lower administrative burden. It is easy to use. When you create an Amazon RDS DB instance, you can choose the database engine, storage capacity, CPU, and memory of the instance. The DB instance class determines the computation and memory capacity available to a DB instance. Amazon RDS supports 3 types of DB instance classes. Standard, for general-purpose instances. Memory optimized, for memory-intensive applications. And burstable performance DB instance class for burstable instances, with the ability to burst to full CPU usage. Amazon RDS database instances are pre-configured with parameters and settings appropriate for the engine and class you have selected. You can launch a database instance and connect your application within minutes. In addition, DB parameter groups provide granular control and fine-tuning of your database. A DB parameter group acts as a container for engine configuration values that are applied to one or more DB instances. Automatic software patching. RDS will make sure that the relational database software powering your deployment stays up to date with the latest patches. You can exert optional control over when and if your database instance is patched. Best practice recommendation. Amazon RDS provides best practice guidance by analyzing configuration and usage metrics from your database instances. Recommendations cover areas such as database engine versions, storage, instance types, and networking. You can browse the available recommendations and perform a recommended action immediately. Schedule it for their next maintenance window, or dismiss it entirely. Performance. Amazon RDS provides 3 storage types, which differ in performance characteristics and price, which means that you can tailor your storage performance and cost to the needs of your database workload. Amazon RDS General Purpose Storage, also known as GP2, is an SSD-backed storage option that delivers a consistent baseline of 3 IOPS per provisioned gigabyte and provides the ability to burst up to 3,000 IOPS above the baseline. This storage type is suitable for a broad range of database workloads. Amazon RDS Provisioned IOPS Storage, also known as IO1, is an SSD-backed storage option that's designed to deliver fast, predictable, and consistent I/O performance. You specify an IOPS rate when creating a database instance, and Amazon RDS provisions that IOPS rate for the lifetime of the database instance. This storage type is optimized for I/O-intensive transactional OLTP database workloads. You can provision up to 40,000 IOPS per database instance. In addition, Amazon RDS also supports magnetic storage, also known as standard storage, For backward compatibility, we recommend that you use general purpose SSD or provisioned IOPS for any new storage needs. Amazon Relational Database Service Features. Manageability and cost effectiveness. Here are the Amazon RDS key features related to manageability. Monitoring and metrics. Amazon RDS provides Amazon Cloud Watch metrics for your database instances at no additional charge. You can use the RDS Management Console to view key operational metrics, including compute, memory, storage capacity utilization, I/O activity, and instance connections. Amazon RDS also provides enhanced monitoring, which provides access to over 50 metrics, including CPU, memory, file system, and disk I/O metrics, as well as Performance Insights. Performance Insights is an easy-to-use database performance tuning and monitoring tool that helps you quickly access the load on your database and detect performance problems. Event notifications. Amazon RDS can notify you using email or SMS text message of database events through Amazon SNS. You can use the AWS Management Console or the Amazon RDS APIs to subscribe to over 40 different database events associated with your database instances. Configuration governance. Amazon RDS integrates with AWS Config to support compliance and enhance security by recording and auditing changes to the configuration of your DB instance, including parameter groups, subnet groups, snapshots, security groups, and event subscriptions. Here are the key features related to cost effectiveness. Pay only for what you use. There is no upfront commitment with Amazon RDS. You simply pay a monthly charge for each database instance that you launch. When you're finished with a database instance, you can easily delete it. Reserved instances. Amazon RDS reserved instances give you the option to reserve a DB instance for a 1 or 3-year term, and in turn receive a significant discount compared to the on-demand instance pricing for the DB instance. Stop and start. Amazon RDS allows you to easily stop and start your database instances for up to 7 days at a time. This makes it easy and affordable to use databases for development and test purposes, where the database is not required to be running all of the time.